Hi, I'm Richella, and I'm a Hope Writer. Before Hope Writers, I had a writing non-practice. I've written for years. I'd even had a ministry I work with publish a small book. But I didn't have a writing practice. I didn't approach it in a practical way. And to be honest, I didn't get much done. But after I joined Hope Writers, I found not only encouragement, but practical advice about how to approach the practice of writing, how to carry it out, how to persevere when things got tough. And they did get tough. But then I found encouragement for going forward. So I would say I've gone from being a very impractical writer to a more practical writer because of Hope Writers. Things feel very different because I'm now under contract with InterVarsity Press to write my first book. And that's not something I would have undertaken without the extra push, the impetus that I gained from Hope Writers. Writing a book proposal was a very frightening process for me. I'd had an idea for a book for a long time. I had even talked with an editor about a potential book, but putting the pencil to the paper and getting the proposal done just about derailed my writing career before it got started. I'm not a terribly skeptical person, but I had become skeptical of online programs because I've joined a few over the years. And what I found in every instance except Hope Writers was that there were lots of front-loaded benefits. And as soon as I worked my way through whatever teaching might be offered, that was about it. Very little interaction, very little opportunity for interaction, and definitely no community. You know, everybody talks about community, but very few people actually foster it. In Hope Writers, I found those front-loaded benefits more actually than I've ever been able to take advantage of. But beyond that, I found the community that I'd been looking for in all those other groups. That community is hard to describe, but only because it's rare. It is a group of people united around the idea of writing hopefully. People who love the Lord, who love to write, want to share the hope that's within them, and they encourage one another rather than competing with one another. That's monumental because it doesn't occur in very many places. Most groups are, frankly, dog eat dog, or at least cat scratch cat, cat scratch cat. Hope Writers is a group of people who are there to cheer one another on, to answer questions, to be vulnerable with one another, to pray for one another, and then to answer questions as well. One of my favorite things about this community is that anyone can ask a question, and the founders actually ask questions of the members. And people can chime in with answers, with support, with encouragement. It builds on itself. It's wonderful to watch, and it is a blessing to partake of. The Hope Writers Library contains so much teaching for different levels of writing. And I found that I was one of those persons who fit in a different category in a lot of different writing areas. So I am able to approach any part of the library and pull what I need. What I appreciate is that it is so well organized that I don't have to be. It does so much of the work for me, so I am able to say, I really don't know about blank. Pull up what I need, watch it when I can, and then put steps in place one at a time as I'm able. Right now, I'm looking at finishing my manuscript, going through the editing process, and then launching a book. Hope Writers has got me covered. It's even connected me to another Hope Writer who's going to help me with the book launch. Invaluable. I would say I understand being on the fence, particularly because it's not an inexpensive proposition to join Hope Writers. But I'll say this, the fact that we have to pay to be part of this community means that we are more committed to the community than we would be if it didn't cost us anything. So I'd say open membership is an open gate to get off the fence, walk in, and give it a try. I think that people will come for the teaching and stay for the community. I'm Richella J. Parham. I help struggling Christians take hold of a with God life by overcoming obstacles that stand between them and being able to embrace the love of God. You can find me at impartinggrace.com or renovare.org.